turn off the corner lights, but we'll do that after.
Let's see. Oh, almost. Hey guys, we're live now.
Hello.
Cool. Hey.
Greetings. Welcome to week 5 of the Burning Wheel.
Sure, we'll
5?
go with 5. I think it might be 4 or 5.
It's canon now, 5.
It depends if you include the world creation episode.
Yeah,
If you
that's
do, then it's 5.
that's what we're going to say.
Cool.
Okay. So, last time on Burning Wheel Z.
Hey, it's not that much.
I don't know.
of a
Did we
cover.
have we spent the
That's-
last 4 episodes doing one
It does
goddamn
feel like
thing?
nothing. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, sort of.
Yeah.
But it's not. It hasn't been 4 episodes to do just one roll.
Yeah, that's just powering up one roll. It's 4
That's
episodes.
would be DBZ. Is this all just one big linked test to see if we get the artifact? Is that what it is?
You fail enough times and it just disappears into the ether.
So yeah, well, I guess before that, there was something I wanted to throw out there with the whole. There was a recent RPG design thing, the Three Forged, which has pretty much completed, and I just linked in Twitch chat. If you guys want to check out a bunch of like developed RPGs that like 3 people have worked and done, you can like look at whatever you want and vote. And so that's pretty cool. I looked at some of them. Some of them are pretty cool, and some of them are less cool. But I know I mentioned it like episode 2 when we were doing like the Twilight stuff. So I thought I'd follow that up. But,
Yeah, I haven't had time to look at any of that.
I have not myself.
I've been in Colorado and Wyoming and Montana for the
Yeah,
last week. And I just got back a couple days ago. I heard this clicking noise in the background. Do one of you have a fan on or something?
that's me.
Okay.
I can try and fix it.
Oh, yeah, I can hear that now.
Sorry.
That's alright. I can't hear Sith at all now.
Oh, I'm sorry, I muted.
Okay,
I
that's
was gonna
fine.
say, while I'm trying to get rid of the clicking,
Sure,
if
that's
you
fine.
guys want to talk about everything besides the block of ice, you guys can
Sure.
do that.
Well, I was talking to some guys on TeamSpeak last night, and they said I should run Dresden Files. So I'm going to do a one-shot of
I saw that.
on an upcoming Tuesday, if there's interest. So far, 3
I
people have
myself am
expressed
just
interest,
Tuesday.
but
Let me go
yeah.
back and turn off the corner light. It's
Okay.
on the edge of the.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited about what we're going to do tonight. I got plans. Some of these plans may be terrible, and some of them may be great. I don't know.
Cool.
I do know that I want to
Sounds
start a
good.
fire, but apparently starting a fire is a really bad idea for reasons I don't know yet.
I'm
What did I
still
come
saying
back
boiling
to?
water.
Ah.
Mm.
Well, the thermite thing is a really bad idea. We don't want to melt ice with thermite. That's not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use thermite. I don't have thermite. Do I?
No.
I mean,
I
isn't
would
it,
like to
isn't it
search my
standard in
adventure
traveling
for
gear?
thermite.
Yeah, I look at my traveling gear for a bag of
Yeah.
thermite.
It's right next to the
Well, that's-
10-foot pole. It's right there.
Yeah, that would be an interesting use of like a Dungeon World adventuring gear use. Like I pull out thermite. Like
Okay, we can talk about that, but you made the roll.
Cool. So yeah, you guys are in the middle of the ruins and everything, but I think some of you were talking about tweaking some beliefs. It has been a while, so maybe we can get a refresh of everyone's bits.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Okay.
that violate Twitch's TOS? I mean, I'd show my bit, but...
Right.
Yeah.
With the burning wheel, right? You just gotta keep turning on those bits.
I wear my beliefs on
Yeah.
my shoulder, but it's all covered up.
That's a weird place to put your bits.
Along with my heart, you know?
Right. So, I guess Nico, do you want to start?
Sure. I have been perusing the Burning Wheel forums for a bit and decided to kind of categorize my beliefs from here on. So from now on, I should have a PC-related belief, a session goal-oriented belief, and an overarching campaign belief. Like seems like that's the best advice that they have to offer on that.
Cool.
So as far as PC-related goes, it's still the same as last time. Edwin's knowledge would be an asset to the organization. I must convince him to join our cause. Session goal type is the artifact is within our grasp. We must find a way to recover it from the ice. And a campaign belief of the organization strives to ensure the freedom of the islands. I will use my position to advance their goals.
Okay. Cool.
As far as instincts, it's at the first sign of combat, always knock an arrow. So I'll always be ready to fire on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
If there's an opportunity to make money, take it. Never fight from the front. And for my sixth sense trait, always on the lookout for danger to or from the artifact.
Okay. And from that, like, the artifact is lowercase, so it can be
Yes.
sort of whatever.
It's whichever
on hand.
artifact we
Right.
have. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As far as traits go, I have paranoid, rabble rouser, brash, one of us, and brutish, sixth sense, and quiet. And I'm going to friggin' remember that I have quiet as a call-on trait this time, since I forget every damn session.
Constantly stealthing and never making use of that thing.
Right. Cool. Edwin?
All right.
Lord Edwin.
Lord Edwin, to you, Flame Lord. All right, so I'm going to keep my first belief is that I need to continually flee from the horde chasing me, or catching me will mark the end of the age. I think I'm going to change my other two beliefs.
Okay.
The second one was the only evil is the evil of men, and their wealth belongs to me, as does Nico. I'm going to change this one to what's the guy's name that we captured?
Yvonne.
All right, I'm going to change it to I need to avoid a war between our countries, and I need to convince Yvonne to be an emissary between me and the other country, so we can talk things out instead of fighting. So I'm just going to cut out that last part. I need to avoid war between our countries, so I need to recruit Yvonne. Is it IVAN?
I
Yeah.
believe so, yes.
Or, yeah.
I need to recruit Ivan to be my emissary.
You need to
And
make him forget about the whole getting beaten up, tied up in a tent, and stuck to it.
Right.
well, I think he likes me. That's what Sith said last
you
time.
weren't the one that kicked the crap out of him, yeah.
So
Well,
we'll see how I. Yeah,
like and respect are two different things.
we'll see what I can do with this.
Relative to the rest of us, he likes you.
He doesn't hate me as much. Like, there's a little bit of hate, and then there's you guys, and I'm in the middle. All right. And the third one is there is magic at work at the dig site. We covered an artifact from the dig site. We now know that there is an artifact there. Oh, I must have changed this one already. Yeah,
Okay.
there is magic at work at the dig site. We covered the artifact from the dig site.
Okay.
Because last time I
Okay.
wanted to know if there was.
Cool.
And my instincts are going to stay the same. When surrounded by darkness, kindle a fire. When I find a good man, find a use for him, and ask the story behind any ancient item I see.
Awesome. My instincts. My name is Ernest Buck.
Oh,
And
wait.
are
Traits
we not done?
for...
Traits.
Sure.
Traits.
Oh wait, I have Nico and Ernest mixed up on the webcam. All right, my traits are Your Lordship, superstitious, know-it-all, stubborn, impetuous, and superstitious, and mark of privilege.
Cool. All right, Ernest.
All right, my name is Ernest Buck. My 4 beliefs, because I have the loyalty trait, are I was wrong about Nico. He has fought by me and proven himself worthy. I enjoyed fighting by his side and wish to do so again.
Nice.
We found these ruins first, and I nearly died for it. I will vanquish these newcomers and not let them make these past 3 months be in vain. Hugo Marwick left me to die once. I will return the favor. Meanwhile, I'm gonna show these islanders that not all continentals are as cold-hearted as he. I am the assistant and guardian to Lord W. Doing what he says is most important, and protecting him is second most. I don't plan to mix these two up as long as his coin keeps flowing. My 3 instincts are always be ready to act in Lord W's best interest, always maintain my arms and armor, and whenever I have free time, practice fighting with my mace. My traits are loyal to Golden's character, Edwayne Waleson. My cultural traits are imperious, boisterous, and close-minded. And the other traits I have, all die traits, are light sleeper, stubborn, broken, sickly.
All
I'm
right.
looking for a better character profile picture at this time, but we may continue on meanwhile.
Cool. So yeah, I guess we sort of left it off where you guys had finally gotten into the sort of heart of the ruins and found something encased in ice, which appears to be the focus of the attention of Ivan and that sort of patrol he was with, and he found some notes and research that he had been doing, and I think Lord Edward is in possession of that now. Besides the block of ice, there was it was very cave-like room where there was lots of stalactites and stalagmites, and they all sort of came in looking like sort of teeth in the maw of someone, and in between each of these, there are these little orbs, and along all the walls of this are lots of runes and symbols and so forth, or various glyphs and stuff. And so it appeared that Yvonne had attempted chipping away at some of the ice to sort of get into the middle of it. But it looks like his progress was extremely slow. And so it is the still the fall equinox. I don't remember exactly how late in the day it was, but yeah. You guys were at the end beginning to talk about kindling or some sort of thing for fire.
Yep. So what I want to do is I want to get a brazier and put it on top of the ice block, fill it with wood, and hopefully that will melt the ice.
How big is the first one again? How big is the ice block again?
It's like 10 by 10 feet.
Okay.
Oh shit.
It's hard to move.
So it's really big.
Yeah. And the chipping had gotten in like half a foot.
Okay. So not even
And
close.
did we know from Ivan, how long they were here doing that?
Uh, they were
He
here
mentioned,
about
but I can't remember.
yeah, I think it was about a month.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Okay.
Oh my
Took them a
goodness.
month to get 6 inches into a 10-foot block.
So I asked about this, and we found out that something had stopped work in the early days, and then there were no more gaps in time. And I'm guessing that what happened is,
Oh, you mean
was
from
what?
his notes? From his notes.
yeah, from his notes, I
Okay.
tried to figure out like if there was anything missing from his notes.
Okay.
And apparently there were some days at the beginning where there were no notes. And I'm guessing what happened is that they tried at the beginning to break up the ice, and then something
That
bad
awoke
happened,
something.
and they had to stop. This is just speculation. This is my
Right,
speculation.
yes. Yeah.
So I'm guessing that we probably don't want to try and mine. If they had actually been trying to mine for a month, they would have more than half of it. Like, I would expect at least
I
a
could
full day.
always take a whack at it.
You could. Ernest, what I want you to do is I want you to go to our haulers. I want you to have them start cutting up firewood. What we're going to do is we're going to try and burn this ice cube open.
I nod and march away towards them.
And Nico, what I'd like you to do is take some bags and start picking up and collecting all this jewelry that's on the floor in this room.
Well, there's not a lot of jewelry on the ground.
You said there were
It's-
like gems and stuff?
Yeah, there's these orbs that appear to be in between stalactites and stalagmites.
Oh, there's only the death orbs.
Yeah. Well, what you might assume to be death orbs.
I totally assumed them to be death orbs.
I think we've all seen what those do. You can get them yourself, Lord Fancy
No,
Pants.
I don't want them anymore. I thought there were jewels in
I
addition
think
to that.
there's a couple of people who have things which might be able to figure out if they're death orbs or not.
Yeah, I can try and figure that out.
Do I have orb wise? Does Ernest have death orb wise?
Not yet, but
Who
he
knew
can,
that was
he
going
can
to
try
be such an integral skill?
he can try and recall stuff. I know Zen probably has something as well.
Oh, yeah, I could. I mean, maybe the stars could tell me.
That could be.
Um,
I don't know what I want Nico to do then.
That's a
Nico.
damn high up, though.
Well, it's a poison. Do you have anything related to poison and skills?
No, I've got. I mean, I could lie to you and tell you exactly what they are.
No, appraisal.
No, I don't have appraisal.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I thought you
No,
did.
I have astrology.
Oh, my bad.
About all I
Yeah.
got.
Well, you can come and help me. I want to go look at the camp and see if I can find like some big pot used that we could use as a brazier. I want to like scavenge the tents and see if I can make wraps to wrap up the supposed death orbs so they don't accidentally go off.
Well, I mean, we're in a jungle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or are we talking like banana tree jungle? Because I mean, jungle trees tend to have very large leaves. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I imagine it's pretty, like, some decent sized leaves and stuff, but, like, also, like, a lot of ferns and vines.
Yeah, well, maybe we
But-
can find something.
Yeah. I don't know. It's Lord Edwayne's home island, so if he wants to be more specific, go for it.
Not really.
I
This
mean,
is the side of
you've
the
got-
mountain.
You've got scavenging though, right?
Right.
As a skill. So yeah, if you want to just like try to scavenge something that would act as a decent wrapping buffer to these things.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, scavenging will work in a natural environment, because foraging is for food.
Yeah.
And scavenging is for not food. So It doesn't matter if it's the tents that I'm foraging for or the plants. I
This
just
is
want something.
totally scavenging.
Yeah. So, should I make a roll for that, or is it just really easy?
Uh, yeah, scavenging up to find a pot large enough for what you're
Okay.
wanting.
Okay, a pot. All right. So the pot will be ours
Because you
too.
said something specific.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't imagine we could.
but what I don't know what's interesting for the failure for that.
I mean, it's just
The pot has a hole in it and it's cracked, and
right.
all the pots are too small.
Yeah.
Because I want something I can get a real fire going in. Like, if it's not big enough, like maybe I'd have to constantly feed the fire if I don't make the roll.
Okay.
And
Sure.
if I make the roll, it's big enough that I could conceivably run away. I don't see anything that could add to this, so that's fine. Oh,
Oh,
that's not good enough.
all right. So yeah, you don't find any large pots, but you find like 2 or 3 small pots that
Mm-hmm.
like will hold like a quart of water or something.
Yeah. Well, we could try
You
doing
found-
the boiling water idea, I guess.
found 3 chafing dishes
I found teapots,
and
guys.
no sterno.
All right.
Cool. So I guess while you're searching around the campsite, what's Nico doing?
I guess I kind of want to just look around this the cave a little bit, see if I can
Okay.
find anything that would help out, like any pictograms, anything like that. Not that I'll be able to read them, but I will have found them. That's
So you're looking for information?
yeah, I'm looking for anything within this cave that might tell me like what those orbs are, or what this big block of ice is for, or anything like that. Any symbols on the walls that would seem to me to correspond to this thing. Like maybe not just inside this cave, maybe back in that hallway as well.
Okay. What
Just
kind of, I guess, are you specifically looking? You said you're specifically looking at like the symbols and stuff, though, right?
yeah, and anything that just
Okay.
leaps out at me as an orb or ice or
Right.
something.
So this sounds like a symbology test,
Okay. Well, I'm
unless
guessing
you
that's
want
based on
to
perception.
begin arguing something else.
I mean, it could just be straight perception because I'm not trying to read the symbols themselves. I'm just looking for something that
Right,
looks like
but
it contains the
your
situation.
intent is to garner context, not like say that's a circle.
Right,
Your intent
okay.
your intent is context, not shape. So
Okay.
there's some sort of knowledge part of that, right? When I said information gathering, so that's where I went
So-
with like symbology or something else.
Let me look at symbology real quick here. See what study of ancient and obscure symbols. A symbologist can recognize and interpret these from marks and signs. Okay.
That sounds like exactly what you're trying to do.
Yep. I'm gonna go for it. It's gonna be a failure because
Right.
It's perception based, and my skill would be B4, and this has to be at least an Ob 3 test, which makes it an Ob 6 for me.
Right. I was gonna make it an Ob 3 because it requires concentration.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm doing it anyway. I already said it.
Do you have Artha or anything? You know?
I might slap some of that down because I can re-roll 6s after the fact.
Mhm.
Let's see.
How is everyone's Artha right now? I haven't really been asking, but like
I've got 5 fate at this point.
5 fate, cool.
I have
Yep.
1 persona point.
I have 7 fate.
Nice.
Mr. Fancy.
Hopefully 2 persona today. Hopefully 2 persona today.
Hopefully.
2 successes on my
You got a 6
6.
if you want to re-roll.
Yeah.
But that would still be
It'd
one
be
heck
like
of
a 1 in, yeah,
Yeah,
1 in over
you
100.
would need 4 6s after that.
yeah. This is roll 20. I don't trust it. No, I'll just take the
Right.
2 and go home.
Okay. You're pretty sure that this is all just, vanity for show. Kind of like just to show how important everything is, so you don't think anything's wrong with anything.
Okay. Then after that, how many workers do we have?
I think 2.
Okay. Can I snag one of them
Is
for
it? Well, I was
maybe a
marching
day?
towards them, wasn't I?
Yeah, I sent you over there.
Yeah, it's my understanding Ernest is on his way to the haulers, who are still like hobbled like 2
Yeah.
hills over or something. So it's
So
Yeah.
it's like a 10-minute
I
walk.
haven't gotten back to him yet because it's taking a while to get there. But as soon as Nico does something, I was gonna switch over to Ernest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Nico wanted to do what?
I think I'm gonna act on that note that I got. Maybe get us some help down here. I might have to leave for a little while if you guys are all right with that. Like, Nico is going to have to go someplace else.
Oh,
Were you
Sorry.
pinging something? I'm sorry, you
What's
were
that?
like you. Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
I'm probably going to act on that note that I got last session and see if we can get somebody down here. But to do that, I'm going to have to leave. I was just clearing it with the other 2 to see if they thought that was a good idea or a bad idea at this point.
Oh, okay. So I guess you're heading over to Lord Edwayne then in the camp area.
Yeah.
And so then we can wipe over to Ernest, like as you're gathering up the haulers and everything.
yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yep, it is. All right. We gotta cut this down a tree. It's a lot of firewood. Got a nice block that goes from here, and then I like walk a few steps to the left to here, just as tall as well. Gonna melt it. Need a lot of wood. Let's get started. And I assume we would have some like fire chopping axes with us, right? So I'd probably just like toss those on the ground next to them.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine
I-
you have a couple tools and stuff that would sort of kind of work. Like we had already said that like machetes were a thing everyone had because it's jungle. So
Yeah, maybe there might just be one fire chopping axe actually, and we just take turns.
Yeah, I do have one,
Alright.
so I'd probably give that to you when I tell you to go.
Okay.
Well, I imagine it's less of an axe and more of a machete because, like, I don't really see this being like an old forest thing where like there's like 3 foot thick wood to
Yeah.
chop or anything.
Which is
Like,
why I didn't think we were expecting to need to.
right.
Yeah, fire axe isn't really a common thing, but you specifically have one, Golden?
Yeah, we already established that. I had it earlier when we were doing the carpentry.
Okay. then yeah, I probably
Unless I
toss
have to
that.
roll
just-
again to have it stun.
Well, I'll be there is a tree cutting skill.
Yep.
Well, I toss that to them, and
All right.
expect one of them to probably unhappily pick it up. And I just direct them to the nearest tree. Like, as long as it's remotely big, yeah. We don't even need a gigantic super tree, just a tree.
Right.
But I specifically don't direct them to the one that I've spent time with Bertha on top of that hill. It's sentimental.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I think we just take turns. All like me and them, I also help.
Okay. Mm.
What's up? Just checking things?
Yeah. I'm seeing how long
Okay.
it's going to take him to get a bunch of firewood. Sorry. Okay. All right. They start going to get a lot of firewood, but to begin with, a lot of it's not looking too good, but, it's going a lot slower than we thought it would take. But firewood is slowly coming along.
Accumulating. All right. So yeah, it's probably gonna take way longer than we thought. We're gonna be busy for that pretty much the rest of the day, probably.
Longer than that.
Okay.
You want a large amount of firewood, and these guys are not good at
They
getting.
are slow. I'm
Yeah.
picking up the slack with
Yeah.
my soldiering skill.
I
I'm
mean,
doing most of.
firewood is gathering, but it's,
Yes.
they're just not really finding a lot of viable trees around for what you
Okay.
specified.
All
And
I
also,
agree
it was like
was
the rainy season, right?
Yeah. So most of the wood is moist.
It's entering rainy season, so a lot of stuff is really
Yeah.
dry and everything, but
Oh.
he's kind of
But
good.
we're in a
But
jungle, so it might be less dry than we'd like.
Yeah.
Um,
Moist.
yeah.
Okay.
So while they're doing that, are you helping them out, or are you going back to do something
I
else?
think no. I help them out. I think I stay there and help
Okay.
them out.
Okay. Cool. So then I guess
Do
Nico,
you command
do
them
you have a
what to do?
conversation with? I'm sorry. What?
And asking if Edward Ernest commands them what to do, or somehow leads them.
I think I lead by example.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
if they're really unhappy, then I do it. I start, but take the first shift cutting the tree, and then after
Yep.
20 minutes, it's their next person's turn.
Actually, roll a tree cutting
Okay.
skill.
And I do not have
And-
those skills, so I get 4.
Right. No, but they will help you do this. So
What?
I'm kind of going to hand wave that previous thing. It's perception
Okay.
/ power skill.
Okay, my perception is 4, my power is 6, so that's an average of 5. I don't really want to learn it. The ob is 3, right?
Hob is 3, and then there's 3 haulers with you? 4? I forgot how many. I thought it was
Okay,
3.
I'm just checking if
I
I
think
want to
there's
make.
2 basic haulers, and then there's that one guy.
Oh, there's only
Seems
2
like a
with you.
guide.
Okay.
No,
I'm
not
just
the
checking
guy
if I
that
want to
died.
make this a. Mark this down. Just do it as a stat test, or I'll just start learning the skill tree cutting, because that's probably not the only time I'm going to be doing it.
Right. So if
Let's
you
see.
want the guys to help you as a modifier,
Yes.
you can have up to a +3. because there's 3 guys that are helping you.
My stat exponent is 4 for perception. What's difficult for that? 3 counts as difficult, so I'm going to make this a perception test. I'm not going to learn the tree skill. I'll mark the test now so I don't forget it, because I'm totally making it. Either way.
Has to be a success for perception.
For perception, then
Yeah,
I'll
it has to be a
unmark it.
success.
And
It sounds like you have 9 dice to do this. That's a reasonable chance of.
yeah, let's
Right.
8. It's 2 bonus dice, and then I have an average between my perception power of 5, so that's 7.
Well, you used to higher.
Oh, we are? Okay,
Yeah.
so 8.
Yeah, when you do being learned, it's you pick which stat you want as the root.
Because you can't
Okay,
advance both stats with one roll.
Right.
but if
But if
I
you
want
choose
this
that,
to be a perception test, it
you
has
would
to use
choose
the
perception.
perception skill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it just be 4 dice instead of 5, so that's down to 76, I think.
Right,
But
but it only
I'll
counts
just-
for perception, as they were saying, if you succeed.
And
If-
it would be a routine test with 4 dice against obs 3 anyhow. Wouldn't it? Oh no, it'll still
Right,
be.
but it's
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have to succeed with like 6 dice against an ob 6 if you include the doubled
Right.
ob, which is not going to happen.
What's the other
So
stat?
power, which is much better. I get 2 extra dice.
You can,
I don't get a skill test,
Hmm.
but I think in this case I'd rather succeed.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go with that would be 8d6. Yeah.
Shouldn't
so
that be
power
9?
test.
You should have. Sis said +3, right?
Oh, is it 3
From
people
the
helping
help?
me or 2 people?
I thought there was 3 people there, so I'm calling it 3. So you can
Yeah,
have up to a
I'm
plus
just
3.
having them all help, and okay. Then let's do 76. I could spend Artha. I'm still like mulling over if I want to do a perception or not. But no, I will do power. I want to do this fast. So modifiers 3. Artha, I don't have any persona. Base obstacle is I will say it is 6 because I am clicking the direct stat test one.
Okay. No, it's wait.
It's still 3. If it's a direct stat test, it won't automatically double the ob. So I'm just going to do 6.
No,
But I know
hold
it's
on.
not any skill tests.
There's something weird with how you count it as a stat thing.
I know it's not doesn't count as a test for power, if that's the question.
That's
yeah,
not what I'm saying.
for advancement, you advance against the base ob, not the doubled ob.
Yeah,
If
Right.
you're
which is
advancing
3.
the stat.
At 6 dice and 3 ob, it doesn't advance it. Not if it's a. No, it's not difficult. I assume it doesn't. Let me
I
check.
am not seeing that. What is your? How many dice are you
6
rolling?
dice. The total dice, like my stat is 6. The total dice I'm rolling is 9. Actually, yeah, the total dice I'm rolling is 9.
Okay, then it's totally routine for you.
Yeah, I thought so.
No matter what you roll.
Yeah.
So.
So
Yeah. So yeah, the base ob is 3.
the base
so
ob
if you're
is
just
But
rolling
I'm-
the whole thing, well, actually
Yeah.
the base ob is 2, and I'm adding 1, so it's actually
5.
so that should have been an ob 5. Yeah, so it's ob 5.
Okay.
I messed up on that other one.
the ultimate ob is 5. I'm gonna put in 5 because oh my goodness.
Oh
We got
well.
1 6. So many 3s. If only I had gray shaded power.
If only.
If only. Should I spend an Artha?
No.
I'm spending my Artha in my power stat. and
Well,
so that's
I would still say
something
no.
I want to increase. For if I ever.
What do you think you
improve it.
can somehow get 3 successes?
I'd say no. It turns out
Oh.
Aristria, you get to save up for it and spend all the Artha for it at once. So I don't.
Not a Aristia. There's a different thing, isn't there? There's
No.
really.
There's
I-
Aristrias, which you pay for all at once, and then there's Epiphanies, which is
Epiphanies is what I'm talking about.
is your
Aristias are
total
temporary.
amount of points. So I would say
Yeah,
save
I'm
up for
talking
Aristrias and use those. on your
Orishas
power.
are only temporary, though.
Right.
But yeah, the minor epiphany you have to pay all at once, but full epiphany it's a overtime thing.
And it's
Yeah.
up to
And
you.
no one
That's
has
fine.
deeds points, so you're just sitting on persona then.
Yep. Well, fate for me.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to not do anything then. We failed that
Cool.
just the same as before.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
So it's about the same. Like you're just not finding a lot of viable firewood, and so you're realizing that it's going to take you much longer than you might have originally thought to gather, a healthy stockpile of firewood to the scale you guys were
Yeah.
talking about before. And you're becoming aware it's going to take you multiple days to do this.
Okay.
So I guess at this point, Nico, are you going to have a conversation with Lord Edwin about what to do? Because you had a thought that involved you leaving.
Yeah.
And you said you were going to have a conversation with them.
Yeah. Yeah. So Nico finds Edwin, I guess, back at the camp. Like
Yeah, sure. And this could be where, right? And as you're approaching, this is when like Lord Edwin is kind of like just sort of staring down at like 3 or 4 really small pots and figuring out like maybe I should rethink what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So Nico wanders up and he's like, Lord Edwin, I need to have sort of a private conversation with you.
Okay. Well, I look around and there's nobody around anywhere that we can see, right?
No, not really.
So go for it. I'm just looking at these
well,
pots.
where's the prisoner? Is he still like?
He's
at
in
the
the
edge of the
cave.
woods?
You
Still in the
guys
cave?
left him in that sacrificial room in a corner,
Okay. I'm okay with
So
that.
and
he's having a
still
good time, you know.
in a tent, so he's just there.
Yeah.
So Nico kind of, even though there's no one around, Nico kind of leans in a little conspiratorially, and he says, coming here, you found me for this work, and I was more than willing to come, but it wasn't just you that. Let's just say you weren't my only motivation for coming. I know some people that are, let's just say they've got an interest in what we're doing here. These people, they might be able to help us. I've been in communication with a couple of them, and they said that there might be someone near here that they could lend us a hand.
So you were telling people that we were up here?
Well, they already knew. They're the reason I got in contact with you in the first place.
I see.
Now, I'm not here to compromise your dig at all. Like, this is all you, but you know the value of resources. These people have resources.
How long is it going to take? Because
I just need to pop
some of
back to Skov.
those guys, escaped. They could be bringing an army upon us at any time.
That's true. That's why I wanted to, feel you out.
I mean,
See if you thought it was a good idea for me to leave or not.
how many people could you get to help?
I only know of one, but who knows? Maybe he's got some friends.
One more hand. I think at this point, Edwin is not going to want you to go because he doesn't know that's going to take a few days to get the firewood. But once he does know that, he'll tell you to go.
All right,
so right now, Edwin is like, no, I don't want you to go. We're going to get this thing. We're going to get out of here before the rains come, before anybody can get us.
Would you be open to being persuaded?
Sure.
Okay. Then I,
Go for
Nico,
it.
will try to persuade you. Basically by saying, like, if we were to bring these people in and get in good with these people, you know, I'd be the one that owes them a favor, and you would have, you know, access to these people. Like it's a good relationship to have.
I mean, you say these people, but you're talking about going to find one person.
One person that's within their network, yes.
Okay. Do you want me to set like a counter argument, or?
I don't know if you want to,
Um,
or I'd just roll against your will.
Sure. I think I'd counter argue that I want you not to be in contact with these people anymore.
Golden, what would you like Nico to do instead of leaving? Like, is there a specific task you want him to do?
I mean, I think I hired him and Ernest as bodyguards, you know, and at this point, I don't have any weapons, and I know there's at least 2 guys that could have appeared out of the forest at any moment and killed me.
I was under the impression Nico is more of like the logistics guy, like trying to figure out where all the.
He's kind of
he was like our traveler guy. Did that change during the 3-month downtime?
Like, he obviously can fight.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I have taken out some people in.
All right. Well, you could do a. You could do a versus persuasion then, if you want, Edwin, where like you're like, you know, this is still dangerous country.
Right.
You're kind of leaving me hanging here, man. Like.
Yeah, like we waited 3 months because we were down 1 man, and now you want to go. Like, how long you want to be gone? Like, should we all go back to Stowe? Is that what you want?
How long does it take to get back?
A day. It's 2 days travel.
Yeah, Ska is like a day and a half out, but it's like early evening at this point. So
you have to start tomorrow, probably.
Probably, or go through the night.
I went there at night the first time. It wasn't horrible.
All right, so you want to do this roll? All right. Persuade, huh?
Yep.
Persuade is will?
Should be will. Yeah, will based.
What's your will?
This is a versus.
Yeah, it's a versus, so it's my persuade roll versus your persuade roll.
Okay. I guess I'll take no modifiers.
You get
what? Heck?
What?
No, that's not right.
Rolled 10.
I said will, and it's rolling 10. No.
Why did it roll 10?
I'm sorry, it should not roll 10. It says it's going to roll 2. Let's try that again. There we go.
Persuade.
That's more likely.
So nothing changed in terms of input. It just glitched.
Yeah, that was weird.
All right, so I'm rolling against.
Ob's 1/2.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you got me.
Oh sweet, persuasion 5, folks. That levels
nice. Wait, how many persuade tests have you had before this? I didn't think that we did much.
I did a shitload of persuade for training.
No.
As
like
practice.
Right.
Sweet.
Yes, that was a routine.
Yeah, that was the last routine I needed. Routine tests are the worst ones to get, it seems. Like, I'm sitting here agonizing over how I can get 2 routine astrology tests.
Right.
That's never going to happen. Because all that is looking at the stars and saying, I know what that one is. I know what that one is. And when is that test worthy?
Just keep doing it.
Remember, You can
Just
help
like-
anything with astrology.
Right.
Yes.
That's how you're going
And
to get those
also
routine tests.
that I think routine astrology tests were probably gotten by looking at the stars for the most minor, mundane things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or the most obvious things, but probably the most minor
Yep.
things.
Or a graduated test of some sort.
Yeah.
Because those always
All
count
right,
as odd
so-
one.
So you convinced me you have to go. I'm like,
I convince you it's in our best interest if I go.
okay.
Right.
All right, so you go.
So what do you guys do about me then?
All right, I'll be like, I'll set out in the morning. We'll talk tonight about how best to defend this place while I'm gone.
Right.
Okay?
So,
Uh,
so I guess, yeah. So I guess it goes towards dusk
Yeah.
now.
Well, Edwin is
And
still
I
going to
guess all
search
the-
for other things. Like I talked about having wraps for the orbs.
Oh, right.
And I'd also like to check
Uh,
the tent poles and see if I could use any of those as a staff, so I could defend myself while Nico's away.
Okay. Yeah, like there's one of the tents is being used on Yvonne right
Right.
now. But there was a second tent there as well, and then there's sort of like a oh man, I just forgot what the word is, but like a pavilion area that's made out of canvas.
Okay.
Do you guys remember the name of that
Pavilion is fine.
term? But all right.
You can call it a pavilion. This is much
Why?
smaller. That I can lean to?
Yeah, so like there's some cloth and stuff, and there's a couple
Good tempos.
good tent poles, good
Okay, great.
pieces of wood that would function as a quarterstaff.
Nice. All right. Okay, then yeah, we can fast forward if you guys want.
Cool.
To dinner time. We're going to talk about this.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think like myself and the three other people just like
Right.
trudge back as the sun is
Yeah.
setting.
You're all like
Splinters
holding like
versus-
one armful of wood.
Like one of us is carrying all of the wood that we have, or maybe we're not even carrying wood. It took the entire day just to get the tree chopped, and now we have to chop the rest of the wood after
Okay.
into actual burnable chunks.
Okay.
And so yeah, one of us is just dragging the axe on the ground behind us. I
My axe. They're going to get muddy.
immediately pick it up off of the ground.
Okay. All right. I'm like, look at the axe and like see if you've damaged it at all by dragging it to the dirt and rocks.
It's probably quite dull at this point from all of the hitting.
Oh no. Okay.
I can sharpen it if you'd like.
I think that would be best.
Okay, so that's what I spend part of my night doing while the food is getting prepared.
Okay.
I probably get the sharpening stone that I don't use a sharpening stone because I don't have a sword.
Yes, you do.
You do
I
now.
gave you a sword.
You gave me a sword, but I know that's true. But that was just like yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or today even. But so I wouldn't have stuff for maintaining the sharpness of a blade because I normally fight with a blunt weapon.
Right.
So I can't easily sharpen it, and regular rocks don't work.
You
I give it
buff
back
with
to
some
you.
cloth.
Sorry, sir, I can't maintain a blade. Forgot.
All right. I just take my axe and I'm like, I'll try and sharpen it. Or find something
Yeah.
to sharpen it. Maybe Nico can take it. No, we need it to cut the tree.
I mean, I can add.
Mako can take
some
it where?
supplies to my.
Yeah. Now see if you can get a giant brazier while you're down there.
You heading somewhere, Nico?
I've got a sort of a contact back in town. I think he might be able to help us out here.
Think you can pick us up a sharpening stone while there?
Well, I don't have much in the way of coin, but I suppose I could size a joke or a deal.
Yeah. Now I can't like
I just
generate
bought
cash to
networks.
give to Nico or anything, right? I can't like
Uh,
loan him my resources in any way.
Do you have cash?
No.
Do you want to try and make cash?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can get to that real quick. Because there's a way to generate cash.
You said before that I couldn't make it down during downtime because it would take the resources cycle to generate it.
You were trying to get a job.
No,
That was different.
well, I was trying to do multiple things, but yeah, okay. Yeah, if I can generate cash, I'd love to.
Yes. Hold on, I was reading that the other day. Here we go. Okay. You can produce cash from your resources, and Ob2 test generates 1 die of cash.
Okay,
This is on page 374.
right, that's what I remember.
You can use the cash for your own tests, or you can give it to your friends and enemies. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, I'll try and generate some cash for Nico.
Right. Yeah, so an Ob2.
I'm going to use a persona point on this.
Right. And so failure would result in a taxed die,
Yeah,
meaning like you tried to get some cash, but like you burned some bridges that can't be fixed until the next cycle.
right.
Nice.
Nope, you got it.
Yes! Alright, I made cash.
So there is a 1D of cash you have now.
Sweet.
Lord W making it rain.
So the money comes out of my pocket, and I give it to Nico.
He's just like,
Yep, there's more of that where that came from.
Nice.
is there a spot to track just cat? Oh, there it is. 1D. There
Yeah.
we go.
It's right by funds, like in the middle, I think.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys can hear the party going on. My neighbors are
I can hear something, yeah.
getting
A
excited.
little bit.
I can't really do anything about them, unfortunately.
That's why they make shotguns. Haven't you seen Party Hard? Go get a knife.
Well, this is a perfect time for me to take a break and get my shotgun and do something completely
Yes.
legal.
Yes.
Call a bear. It seems to work. I don't know how.
It does seem to work.
Do you guys want to do